Okay, so we've just bought ammo for the AK because we ran out, and we're just going to head back upstairs and go across to the Buddha room again and continue training over there. So we have the trample steam set up to get across there easily. And there we go. So guys, I hope this high round strategy is helping you guys out with this map. If you've been having difficulties or you just wanted to see, you know, a few little pointers on the map. If you do have any specific questions or you wonder why I'm doing something specifically, like why the hell haven't I got Jug, you know, stuff like that, just ask a question in the comments. I'll try and explain. Or, you know, if you think, you know what, I've got an even better strategy that I'm using for, you know, re-rolling the box to get the slick or fire or something like that. I'd be very, very interested to hear what you do that's working for you in this map. So please leave a comment. Or if it's helped you, you know, don't forget to rate the video and stuff like that. It's always much appreciated. Okay, so we are just going to camp here since we got some ammo for the AK and just see how long we can last up here on this catwalk area. And some people have asked me to do a co-op strategy series as well, guys. I would be more than happy to do that, but sometimes it can be difficult to get 3 other good players who can work as a team and are actually available for me to record some decent footage on a regular basis. So for that reason, solo gameplay is completely within my control. I can, you know, basically get it done anytime I like. I can make sure I get high quality footage and get very specific strategies for you guys. But a lot of the ideas from these solo strategies can be used in co-op gameplay as well. Like, for instance, you can have, you know, in the medium rounds, medium to high rounds, you know, rounds 20 through to say 40, you could have multiple players camping up here on this catwalk back here, by the way. Or you could have, you know, a 2-player system where one is camping on the catwalk and the other's running trains down the bottom there on the floor level. That is also very effective. What a lot of people do in this map is they'll have a couple of players up on the roof area, up where you know, claymores and everything is. Not on that specific, you know, part of the map, but where I was camping before, where the nav card table is and stuff like that, and another one down here. You can also have one running trains where the trample steams are. Some people do that. And of course in the fast food court area, which I'll be showing you guys a little bit later as well. So what I tend to like to do, if you're planning on getting on really high rounds co-op, you kind of want to have 4 separate train areas that are as close as possible to each other so that you can revive if someone goes down. That's how I like to do it. Like, camping as a strategy doesn't really work once the zombies get to a certain health level. You really are forced to run trains past a certain round, unless you're using something like the one window glitch that, you know, you may have seen people doing on this map. But that is more of an exploit of a mechanic that in the map that was never intended to be used. And that's why Treyarch will patch glitches like that. Okay guys, here is the red insta-kill in action. You can see we just have to brush up against the zombies or they touch us and they are instantly killed as long as that red indicator is there. But the trouble is, you'll lose it straight away if you kill any zombies during the insta-kill, which is kind of the whole purpose to it. So it baffles me why Treyarch would do that. Like, maybe they're just trolling us or something like that, but it makes it pointless getting persistent abilities of that sort. Like some abilities, like the quick revive one and the perma jug that we're using here in this game, are really useful, but some of them are just bafflingly idiotic. I don't know how else. There's an example of the pathfinding guys. That zombie just ran in completely the opposite direction and just climbed up that ledge for no apparent reason. I don't know what was going on there, guys. It's just scratching my head trying to work it out. But yeah, pretty weird, some of the pathfinding on this map. Like I've said before, it's very, very complicated, detailed map, and you can understand that there's going to be a lot of glitches initially that they'll have to work out. I mean, if you saw the patch notes for the latest update to Black Ops 2, it was like pages and pages long, guys, with fixing bugs, and some of them were just one line, like fix multiple areas where players could be safe from zombies during the game. And I get into a little bit of trouble here, so I have to be careful. But remember, guys, I haven't got jug. I'm just relying on the perma jug ability here. So we survived, so it's all good. Yeah, because there's always the same kind of glitches that people exploit in zombie maps, and they are things like barrier glitches, where they can climb or get up onto a area of the map where the zombies can't reach them or can't hit them, and still be able to kill the zombies from that area. There are invisible barrier glitches where players can get into a certain area and shoot the zombies without the zombies getting at them. A really bad one that I believe has now been patched was the diner one in Transit, where players could get inside the diner and shoot out through the doors, but the zombies could not get in the open doors if you did it a certain way that I'm not going to go into. But the thing with that one is you could buy I think it was the, what is it, the AK or the MP5? I can't actually remember off the top of my head because I very rarely play in that part of the map. But so basically you had a pretty good war weapon to exploit in that area as well, and zombies could never get you. So stuff like that people use to get to really high rounds by cheating and exploiting faults in the map. And something similar to that is that one window glitch, or the stairway glitch, where players can use the slicker fire and basically just sit in one spot and have constant stream of zombies spawning in from one window or one area, and the zombies can't get at them because of the gravity effect. So they just basically fire one shot almost per round to kill all the zombies because of the chain effect. So with that one, it's not quite as obvious an exploit, but it's still exploiting a glitch in the map that was never intended to be part of the gameplay. So it really is frowned upon among the legitimate zombie gaming community to use stuff like that to get the high rounds. Whether or not you dashboard or you quit the game and it doesn't go on leaderboards, it's still an exploit. But I know a lot of people, a lot of your average players do like using those glitches and find them fun and interesting and stuff like that. But yeah, each to their own, I guess. Personally, I don't like using those cheats or exploits in a game because of the fact that I know how much time and how much effort it takes to get to really high rounds by playing legitimately. And it's kind of a slap in the face for people to get to those kind of high rounds just by using a round skip glitch or some other invincibility glitch to get the same round and then claim that they've got a world record or something. Okay, anyway, getting back to the gameplay here, guys. A lot of these rounds past about round 20 do tend to get pretty sameish, and it can be hard to add to the strategy side of the commentary. But yeah, at this point we don't need points for anything. We're going to have more than enough points from this point onwards. So I'm just having a bit of fun here using the AK a little bit. And but really you just want to use the secondary for the insta-kill rounds. So it's best to have like a... Ooh, we get into a little bit of trouble here. So yeah, kind of have to be careful not to get that last hit that would make me go down. But don't forget, I do have quick revive and I do have who's who, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if I did get downed. Anyway, this particular spot here where you just saw me shoot the slicker fire is where I tend to like using it, because it does make things a little bit hazardous if you use it in your main training area, like where you have to run over, because it makes things very, very slippery, and sometimes the zombies will glitch out in that particular spot and block your path off. So we get a max ammo there. I'm just gonna, you know, throw the old monkey bomb, do all that stuff that you do when you get a max ammo in high rounds. Higher rounds. It's not a high round yet, obviously it's around 25, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we're sitting pretty at this point. It's just about getting through the rounds as quickly as we possibly can. So we're going to be going for the nukes and all that stuff. If we get them, the insta-kills. Okay, so get out the old AK ready to go here. Throw a few Semtex down. This is actually a pretty ideal weapon for getting kills during an insta-kill round, because you tend to basically have enough ammo to get through the whole insta-kill, constantly firing it if you have to. It's got a good rate of fire, nice quick reload on it and stuff like that. It's quite accurate as well. So when it comes to really high rounds on this map, guys, I haven't really felt terribly motivated to try for a high round. Like, I've gone for rounds well past, you know, around 100, 120, 130, 140 and plus on some of the Black Ops maps and that. And I've done some really high transit games as well. Mind you, I still have to do my high round strategy for transit. I've just been so busy with everything else that I haven't got around to it yet. But definitely, that'll probably be my next... I'll try and get that out to you guys, say by this time next week as well. I've actually got it recorded, I just have to render the video on that. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't feel super motivated to even go for high rounds on this map, because it's just, A, it's just too easy, and B, people have already used glitches to get to ridiculous high rounds. So I just have no motivation to try and get to a high round legitimately, because people just, you know, look at the videos or whatever of people using glitches to get there, and it becomes almost meaningless to do it. So it really does kind of ruin it for me when people do that. But just the other day, actually, one of my subs asked me to play some Dire Eyes with him. And he was a cool dude. He was legit. He was a good player. You know, he was... I would say he'd be close to my age, so fairly mature guy. But one of the other dudes that was... well, actually, the other two people that were playing in the game that joined... That must have been in his party or whatever. Basically, we're just like... You know, going into all the glitches in the map and that, and trying to do them and stuff. And like... I can tell you right now, if you want to join a game with me, you are not going to impress me by showing me all the glitches that you know in the map. It's in fact exactly the opposite. It's gonna make me never want to play with you again. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, that's just me, but it's just the way I feel about cheating in games to get to high rounds. Like if it's kind of a funny glitch or a strange thing that they found in the map or whatever, then that's fine. But if it's an exploit to cheat to get to high rounds, then that's where it becomes an issue for me anyway. I guess it's probably because, I mean, I started playing zombies way back in the World at War days. And if you look at the World at War leaderboards right now for zombies, like any map that you choose, the first probably 5 to 10,000. Now just think about how many people that is. 5 to 10,000 entries on each map are either hacked or glitched players. So they've either hacked in the high round, and it's very, very obvious that they've done that. Or, of course, they've used one of the many World at War zombies glitches to, skip rounds or, sit in one spot with a flamethrower to get to the high rounds and stuff like that on the leaderboards. So, that just really annoys me when people do that, because any legitimate round you get to is just going to be completely meaningless and buried in all of the cheating high rounds on the leaderboards.
Mr. Monkey just wanted to play!